Shit,
Okay.
bro. Insane.
So, Kat, you're starting to run now because you couldn't keep up with six, and um, but ahead of you. There's just fog, nothing but walls of thick white mist. Um, if you stop and look around, if you look over your shoulder to see if everyone else is having trouble keeping up, Katherini, there's no one behind you.
Oh, fuck. I'm just spinning. I'm spinning and freaking out. And then I just lay down. I just lay on the ground. I'm just like, can't right now. Can't do
Okay,
it.
so you lay down, and the fog, you can see it like swirling around you, like patterns and textures. And you look over in one direction, and the fog starts to thin in some area off to the side.
I get up.
And you see some figures. Um, oh, it's Six and Arx and Dane. They're standing over here. You lost sight of them, but there they are now.
Oh, okay, I go and I join back up with the group. Hey guys.
Okay, so they're facing away from you. They're facing away from you, and as you approach, they don't turn. They don't turn towards you. They're still facing away.
Can I yell up? I yell at them. I'm like, hey, hey. Nothing.
Yeah, no reaction.
Can I touch them?
Yeah, so who do you touch?
Let's say I touch I touch Arcs. She's like they're right there, so I just like reach out and I'm like, there they are. Boom.
Yeah, you reach out and you touch Arx. And Arx turns around all of a sudden, and they've got a scowl on their pale face. And they look up at you and they say, "I thought I told you we don't want your help finding Sylvina. Go home. Go back to being the cookie lady." And as they say this, Dane turns around too. And he looks at you, and he just kind of like, his shoulders are slumped. And he says, "I should have never shared my power with you. You never deserved it."
Oh, that bitch. Okay.
He reaches forward. He reaches forward and he grabs your wrist. And your mind goes back to when you first felt his eldritch power seep into you back on the island. You remember when you guys were on the road? And
Yeah.
he was trying to show you how to do an Eldritch Blast. And he touched your arm, and you felt the power go into your arm, and that's when you shot your first Eldritch Blast. As he grabs your wrist, all you feel is pain, like acid searing your skin.
Okay, I guess in that moment.
And you look over. What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. I apologize.
Okay. You look over to Six, who hadn't said anything to you, and he just turns his head just enough to look at you, but he says nothing before turning back to the mist. And the mist tendrils swirl around everyone, and the searing pain hand that you felt on your wrist disappears, and all the swirling tendrils form into a face. It's ghostly pale, but you recognize it. It's Alistair's face.
No.
And his mouth opens. And like a biting wind, you hear his voice say, "You were right behind me. And I had no idea what that ritual would do.
Oh.
Why didn't you stop me?" And everything just fades to white.
Oh, fuck.